That day would change my life forever. It was the day Saddam Hussein was captured. There was this photograph in the back of the newspaper. This photograph of a young girl sat by a padlocked tap in a slum in Nairobi that I'd never heard of. It hit me in a way that I can't explain. It sent a shiver down my spine as it does today every time I look at it. Why was this girl sat there? And what was her story? And it led me to discover a few things. People were drinking water from rivers, from puddles. There were over 1 billion people in the world that didn't have access to clean water. That 2 million people died every year from water-related illnesses. These are statistics that just shouldn't exist today. Water affects everything. You can't work if you are sick. You can't work if you have diarrhea, you've got typhoid or cholera. So those at the bottom are stuck in a cycle of poverty. We came up with an idea to create this bottled water brand that gave away 100% of its profits to help those that faced these challenging water issues. We called it One. We knew we couldn't change 1 billion people's lives, but we thought that if we could just change one person's life, then that would have been worth it. We had momentum, we had belief in what we were trying to do. So against all the odds, we started this business. We used every resource that we had. We were surrounded by people that wanted to see us succeed, wanted to become part of that journey. And as the first bottles came off the production line in May 2005, we became the official water for Live 8 and Make Poverty History. Everything that we've done has been about changing people's lives, not only for today and tomorrow, but for many years to come. We've been putting in long-term sustainable programs that will be there for generations. From putting in solar installations in northern Turkana to borehole repair projects in Malawi, everything has been done with the same goal, to give water to communities that don't have access. The last 10 years have been amazing. To date, we've raised over £10 million and changed over 2.5 million people's lives. To have seen the change that we've brought to communities has been inspirational to watch. To see people that didn't have access to clean water, now having access to clean water and how much it's changed their lives. To see children go to school rather than walk hours a day to collect water. Since we started, we've done some amazing projects in countries as diverse as Malawi, South Africa, Lesotho, Swaziland, Niger, Mali, and Kenya, to name but a few. But we've also been there to respond to crises. Never more so than when the worst drought to hit East Africa for 60 years impacted on so many people. We were quick to respond. We put £1 million into projects within 4 days of the news being broadcast on the BBC. It was an amazing achievement. But for all our achievements, for everything that we've done together, there are still close to 800 million people in the world that have no access to clean water. 800 million. It's easy to shut off when you hear something like that. It's such a big number, it's almost meaningless. Until you go to Africa and you meet some of these people for yourself. Then it becomes real. Every one of those statistics is a human life who face insurmountable difficulties in environments that we would find hard to imagine, let alone live in. When you sit with them and talk to them, you hear their stories and you know that we have to create change. We have to find a different way of doing things. Children are children the world over. They're playful, they're shy, they get excited at seeing a Polaroid develop. But these are children that face an uncertain future. These are children that have no choice. So the last 10 years have been amazing. What we've achieved together has been nothing short of inspirational. To have changed 2.5 million people's lives through doing this is just incredible. But the sad reality is there are still 2 million people dying every single year because we're not doing this fast enough. Every 21 seconds, a child is dying through a water-related disease. That statistic is horrific and it needs to change. And we can do this together. We just need to go faster and we need to do it better and bigger than we've been doing. We need to drive those numbers down and we need to do it quickly. I want everybody out there to join with us to make this a global mission, to make change in the world happen faster, to stop people dying needlessly from water-related diseases.